We're talking today about next level exercises. So this is only exercises for you if you can get onto and off of the floor. And I know you can, which is great. If you can't, I want you to keep working on some of the other skills because this will not be safe because we do need to get down onto the floor and I need you to be able to safely get back up off the floor. So if you can, we're going to use our tool. This is a half roller, and in a moment you're going to see why. We're going to start with this because it's a little bit easier than the full roller because one side is stable and your spine is only managing a small range. Although your brain is going to feel like it's got a full wobble, you're actually quite safe. So this is next level, but not too deep into difficulty. So what I want you to do is you're going to come to lie down with your spine along the purple. So you're going to sit at one end and your head will end up at the other end. So get yourself, put your head over here and your tail over there. Get yourself safely into position. And one of the things I will recommend, even if you're good at getting up off the floor, it doesn't hurt to have something nearby, like a chair, or scooch down so your head is on the roller. So you're going to sit almost at the bottom. Good, and then roll back. Good, and bend your knees, put your feet flat on the floor. Super. So if you're able to get down on your roller, what you can feel already is that your spine is being supported from below. It's actually a very nice feeling. One of the great things, for most of us, our posture has this rounding forward. And the nice thing about having your spine supported by the roller and your shoulders able to go below sea level, if you will, you can actually open not only the pec major, the big chest muscle, but really importantly, the pec minor muscle, which allows you to drop the chest open. And go ahead and just try and take a deep breath. And full exhale. Good. So the mechanism of breathing is a little assisted here because you're not holding up your torso. And so your diaphragm can move easily within the cylinder of the torso. So go ahead and take another big breath into your belly. Good. And a full exhale. Gorgeous. Yeah, relax through here. Okay, good. So what we want first is just to normalize this. If you have any pain, if you happen to have scoliosis, if you have a lower back injury and this feels uncomfortable, maybe this isn't for you today. But what you want is to allow your body to begin to feel supported by the roller. But now we're going to challenge your brain a little bit. Remember, great balance is connecting your brain to the bottoms of your feet. So what we'd like to do, as you've learned from before, is exactly, my mom knows where we're going, is to narrow your stance. So most people, we all start with our feet very wide apart because we're on something that's half a roller. And the brain feels like, well, let's be safe. Let's start with the feet wide. Just moving your feet all the way together, you're already challenging. Really good, great. And you can feel your inner thighs are working a lot more. You have to manage your position. Now you're inches from the floor, but what's great about this is your brain has the sense of righting and tilting. In other words, reorganizing itself relative to the earth because you're on something that has a rounded edge. Next thing I want you to do is maybe come up onto fingertips only, like you're holding a tangerine underneath each palm. Good. And then again, we're removing some of your base of support. We've narrowed the feet. You got a little hamstring cramp?
Yep.
Yeah, it happens. Hamstring cramps are pretty common. So are arch of the foot cramps. First thing I'd like you to know, a little bit more magnesium wouldn't hurt you. A pinch of sea salt in every glass of water that you just flew in, right? Which is really hard on the body. Any kind of stressor steals magnesium. So if you had a stressful emotional day, if you've had a hard day at work, if you had a difficult workout, add extra magnesium to your diet that day because you used it. You go through it very quickly when your cortisol and stress hormones are high. Okay, so feet are back together, fingertips only on the ground. Next level, you want to try it? Just pick up one foot, just centimeters off the floor. Good. Yeah, not too high. Good. What this is, and a lot of people do what mom started to do, which is pull the knee way in. Why? Because we want to use our hip flexor muscle. I want you to keep this work in the pelvic floor. So you're hovering the foot that's off the ground 2 centimeters off the ground. Really half an inch, not much. Try it with the other foot. Good organization. Shift. Good. Excellent. A little bit more stable on that side. Yeah, and you can notice, right, like, oh wow, I can easily, or like one foot might feel like it's stuck to the ground. It really does not want to lift. That's the side that you need to work on. Really good. Now put that foot back down. Now maybe try this. Feet are touching again, fingertips only. Maybe try lifting both heels off the ground. Super. Just hold, push your toes down. Yeah, there you go. Spread the toes out a bit and lift the heels higher like you're wearing stilettos. You can feel that destabilizes us as well. What are we doing here? We're using the tool of the half roller to connect the brain to the feet. Put your heels down. Lift the ball of your foot up. Really important to do both directions. Okay, if you have lived your whole life in high heels, you probably need more of this anterior tib stability than you do the other one. So know thyself, work on where your weaknesses are. Don't ignore them. Good job, Mom. Lift your heels a little bit again. Toes down, heels up, and go back and forth. Good. And return. Yeah. Good. Last time. Super job. Okay. So now we're going to get the feet back down. And you can go hip distance again with your feet. A little bit wider. Feel more stable. Make sure that your knees are following your ankle position. Super. Okay. Now we're going to work on a balance strength exercise. So you're still on this roller, your brain is still organizing around this righting and tilting, but what I'd like you to do is now lift your hips up in the air. Excellent. Yeah, get yourself organized. Good. Very good. You feel good? Oh, there goes that cramp again, huh?
Yeah.
Both of them? Okay. Nice that it's even.
Really? Why did you go away? Okay.
Okay. So you can see what we're working on here. And what's great is that we know she's igniting her hamstring group, right, which is where she's getting the cramp. But if you used your glutes a little bit more, so tighten the tush
Okay.
and then lift.
Much
Yeah.
better.
It's a little easier, right?
Yeah.
So we know that you tend to use a little bit more hamstring. Oh, it's still there.
Yeah.
It's not that you're not going to use it at all because you need both. They're both participating. Yeah. Try what you can. Tighten the butt cheeks. Good. Oh, good. Yeah. Good. And just hold and stay. This is building strength, stability, and strength endurance. You need those things for balance, okay? When are we most likely to fall? When we're tired. So the greater your strength endurance, which means how long, we call it time under tension. How long can you hold your body in an upright position before you are going to fail or defer to turning certain muscle fibers on and off? You know that shaky feeling you get when you're like, I've got to sit down? That is because you do not have the strength endurance. So the longer your strength endurance, the more stable you will be, the safer you're going to be. Really great job, Mom. Lower the hips gently down to the floor. We're going to try one more level. See how we go with this. We know the hamstrings might talk, but we're going to go back up with the hips. And then I want you to just bring your right foot off the floor. Oh yeah. Try it with the other foot. Left foot off the floor. I did say this was the harder version, right? The hips are up.
Just
No, yeah, whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
okay. Try that. Oh wow, this one is really cramping.
Maybe do the other leg.
Okay, now put this.
Oh yeah. So this is obliques as well as glutes.
Okay.
Yeah, take your time. Focus on something. Feel like, okay, where do I need to push down in order to lighten up? But your hips are in the air first. Hips are up. Good. That's it. So we know this side needs a little bit more work, right? And this is this sling and this sling. Shoulder and hip are connected. Hip and shoulder are connected. We're built like an X. When we walk, that's why we walk in a cross-lateral gait. So try it again with the left leg as your active mover. So hips up first. You're good at this part. Good. And then push into the right foot. See if the left foot could just float. Better. Yeah. Super. And it's all about progress, right? What we're doing is we're always asking and negotiating with our body in the state that it is today, right? you just got off a plane. If we did this tomorrow, right, you would have a much better time. Yeah, you can feel that that's doing a lot of work too. You would have a much better time and much easier time doing it. So always remember that you're building a relationship with your body. And in a good relationship, we're always listening. So listen to your body. If it's like, that's too much for today, even if you did it well yesterday, today might be not the day for that. So just let your body guide you, but keep asking. I think that's the key, is just because it didn't work well yesterday doesn't mean that you will never be able to do that. We're always trying to progress. The only way that we progress is by asking, I don't know, could we try a little bit more, a little bit harder, a little bit deeper? That's it. So that's using our half roller as a destabilizing agent to connect the brain to the feet and build strength through the system. What's nice about this sequence is it's very safe, although your brain isn't going to believe that because you're only inches off the ground. If things fall apart, all you do is put your foot down. But your brain feels like you could fall. And because of that, you recruit more muscle fibers and your brain feels a greater intention to manage the instability. It's like if someone says, I'm very stable, but they're holding on to their walker and they have their feet wide apart. Well, okay, so let's challenge the brain a little bit. We want to put the brain in a position where it has to improve its safety in order to improve your balance. So this is independence building, fall prevention. If you have the half roller, go for it. If you don't have this tool, you can build one by rolling up a big thick towel or several of them into a sausage roll and putting your spine along that sausage roll. Please make sure that it is long enough that from the tail through the top of the head, you are in contact with a singular level, right? So we don't want it two different towels, two different levels. We want your back to feel like it's evenly supported. So you can buy these on Amazon, they're not that expensive, or you can just do the rolled up towel. Remember that even if you are progressing from 0, if you do a little bit every day, 1% a day will get you 300% better by the end of the year or more.